From Upper Michigan's source, your TV6 Late News begins with breaking news coverage.
Good evening to you. I'm Clint McLeod. We begin with breaking news. Fire crews are currently battling a house fire in Iron River. Here is what we know so far. Iron County Central Dispatch confirmed that there was an explosion in downtown Iron River. Multiple eyewitnesses said it was a house explosion. The explosion was reported in the area of Family Dollar and the Windsor Center near North 9th Avenue. The West Iron County Fire Department is currently on scene. It advises that you avoid the area. The cause and any injuries are unknown at this time. TV6 will continue to follow this breaking news story. Today, archers of all ages and abilities participated in a state competition in Ishpeming. Straight line archery hosted one of the Michigan Archery Association's state shoots. This is an opportunity for participants to potentially take home some hardware for their skills. Straight line archery welcomes people to participate in these events regardless of their experience level.
It's a really great sport. Doesn't matter age, physical fitness, gender, none of that matters shooting archery, and I think that's probably the best part.
Several of today's competitors were taking part in an archery tournament for the very first time. This event is one of 3 Michigan archery state shoots that occur around the UP during the winter. Take a look at this. For the first time ever, residents in Delta County got the opportunity to experience a new type of yard sale. Good evening to you and happy Sunday. I'm Clint McLeod. New tonight, no one was injured after a residential house fire in Chocolate Township this afternoon. Just before 2 o'clock, multiple fire departments were called to Sunnybrook Road in Chocolate Township for a house fire. A TV6 reporter on scene said there was heavy smoke and some flames coming from the structure. A Chocolate Township firefighter told us anyone that was inside the house safely made it out. Some people as far away as Marquette reported smelling smoke. The scene remained active until about 5 p.m. The cause of the fire is still unknown. We will update you when more information is available. The TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app will keep you informed on breaking news in Upper Michigan. You can sign up for push alerts on the settings page of that app. Make sure your breaking news alerts are turned on to get the latest news updates from the TV6 newsroom. There are only 8 days left to file your tax returns. Tax season ends on Monday, April 15th. An H&R Block senior tax preparer says if you have yet to file and you can't get an appointment with a preparer, you can always file for an extension. Extensions are granted automatically and will push the deadline back to October 15th. However, the preparer says you will still have to pay what you owe by April 15th, not October 15th. Dresses, cakes, and bouquets, oh my. A bridal show showcased wedding vendors and services for your special day in Gwinn. TV6's Julia Seitz talks with vendors about what you could have at your wedding. At this hour, a calm and cool end to your weekend, but clouds will roll in to start your week. Meteorologist Cameron Chin is here to tell us what we can expect for our morning commute. Just in, one person is dead after a crash in Houghton County last night. Deputies from the Houghton County Sheriff's Office responded to Range Auto Body on M26 in Adams Township just before 7:30 p.m. last night for a personal injury crash. A 66-year-old man was pronounced dead at the scene. No further information is available at this time as the incident remains under investigation. Beekeepers of all abilities gathered at Northern Michigan University today to collaborate and improve their skills. The 3rd annual Upper Peninsula Beekeeping Conference included breakout sessions, vendors, and keynote speaker Dr. Megan Milbrath. The event had more than 130 participants from in and outside of Michigan. Organizers hope to provide a space for people interested in beekeeping to learn more. Today, many looking to celebrate Easter with egg hunts were met by snow. Meteorologist Cameron Chin is here to tell us if we can expect any more before Easter Sunday. Thanks, Julia. Much of the UP saw snow today. Will it stick around for the Easter Bunny tomorrow? Cameron will be right back to tell us in your full forecast. Just in, no one was injured after a house fire in Brighting Township overnight. According to the Brighting Township Fire Chief, the department was called to Nosarini Road off Pine Mountain Road around 10:30 last night for a structure fire. Upon arrival, crews observed a fully engulfed house fire with flames coming through the roof. After an extensive exterior attack, firefighters were able to safely enter the house and completely put out the fire. People were at home during the fire, and the fire chief says a working smoke alarm alerted them to the fire. No injuries were reported. The cause is still unknown. New tonight, one Iron River business makes its money by taking an unusual risk, buying bulk products without knowing what they'll get. TV6's Iron Mountain Kingsford Bureau reporter Blake Ryerson shares how L&W pallet liquidators can turn overstocked goods to a treasure trove. We end your TV6 early news with breaking news. The Michigan State Police troopers are investigating an assault involving a firearm. Troopers were dispatched to a shared driveway in Masonville Township in Delta County yesterday around noon for a neighbor dispute involving a firearm. Upon arrival, troopers learned the neighbors were arguing over road maintenance issues. A 79-year-old man allegedly had a baseball bat and a revolver. The man then allegedly fired multiple shots at the alleged victim, a 67-year-old man. None of the shots hit the 67-year-old man. Police then said the victim used a small tractor to defend himself, where he eventually pinned the suspect to the ground. The suspect was transported to UP Health Systems Marquette for further treatment. The investigation is still ongoing. We will update you again on your TV6 Late News at 11:10 Central Time. That's all the time we have for your TV6 Early News. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your evening. Finally tonight, a lucky player from Oregon has scooped up the $1.3 billion Powerball jackpot, ending the over 3-month streak without a winner. The $1.33 billion jackpot is the fourth largest in Powerball history, with a cash value of $621 million. The lucky ticket holder will have the choice between an annuitized prize of $1.326 billion or a lump sum payment. Get this, $621 million. Both prize options are before taxes. Even after taxes, you are getting a large sum. If you ever win the Powerball, what's the first thing you're going to buy?
Probably a house.
House?
Ooh, the house? Oh, yeah. Probably a house, maybe a car. Actually, you know what? A boat. Because when we have nice weather, Cameron, I'm going to get out on Lake Superior and enjoy it.
Sounds like it. Yeah, I'd buy a house, pay off some debt, just make sure I'm able to live comfortably, maybe travel. So
yeah, heck yeah.
That's all the time we have for your TV6 Late News. Thanks for joining us. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next weekend. We are live in East Lansing, where earlier today the Ishpeming Hematites won their first ever state championship in girls basketball. That's where we find TV6's Kevin McNulty and Keegan Cooper, where they join us live from the Breslin Center. Guys, what a run for the Hematites. Developing now, Hancock police are investigating a domestic assault that sent 2 people to the hospital early this morning. According to Hancock Police Chief Tammy Sleeman, the Hancock Police Department was called at 2:40 a.m. today to the 300 block of Hancock Street. Negaunee Regional Dispatch received a 911 call about a person being assaulted. Police tape was seen early this morning outside of a former church that has been converted into apartments. Sleeman did not describe the extent of the injuries or say if anyone was in custody. We have reached out again requesting more information, but have been told the MSP Forensic Crime Lab was still on scene and no new information is available at this time. Still to come on your TV6 Late News, a ski resort in Iron River is getting on the slopes to celebrate what could be the end of winter. Hear from a family about why they dressed up after the break. And later, the Soo Locks is open for the season, and that means you'll see more trading boats along Lake Superior. Learn about the first barges to arrive in Marquette coming up in our final story. Thank you, Julia. Right now, President Joe Biden is headed back to the White House to meet with his national security team. The president left Delaware today to return to the nation's capital early and consult with his national security team. This comes after Iran has vowed to retaliate for Israel's attack on Iran's embassy compound last week in Damascus. And just a day after President Biden said that he expects an Iranian attack against Israel sooner rather than later. As Biden prepared to return to Washington, Israel put its military on full alert. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin also spoke with Israel's defense minister to discuss urgent regional threats. That's according to the Pentagon. Indecision 2024, a Democratic congressional candidate held a fundraiser and discussion of campaign issues in downtown Marquette today. Democrat candidate Callie Barr is running for Michigan's 1st congressional district seat against Republican incumbent Jack Bergman. Bergman is seeking re-election. Barr discussed her experiences living in Michigan and perspectives entering the campaign.
I have traveled this district and I have met really good people who care and people who are working really hard, and sometimes it's really easy to spot the issues. But it's time that we're part of solutions and we're seeing each other as neighbors and as Americans first.
She says being a teacher, attorney, and military spouse contributed to her choice to run. Barr discussed issues such as income inequality, health and child care access, and housing. She would first have to win the Democratic primary in August before advancing to the general election in November. For the third year, the Angry Bear 5K has preceded the Festival of the Angry Bear to fundraise for the A36 Special Olympics team. Runners were encouraged to wear their best costumes and run or walk for the cause. At the end of the race, special awards were presented to things like Beast in Show and Best of the Beast and the Very Fastest. The events manager says it's hard for the area's Special Olympic team to get funding through the statewide organization, so communities come out to help. The A36 Special Olympics team ended the event by accepting a check for $4,300. At this hour, it was a pleasant sunny day for those who ran in the 5K. As it kind of comes to a close, meteorologist Cameron Shin is here to tell us what conditions look like the rest of tonight.